Are you someone who absolutely loves smoothies, but you're not quite sure if what you're putting in your smoothie is helping you achieve your goals? Well, if that is the case, this video is for you. Stay tuned, and I am going to cover everything smoothies. Okay, so lately it seems that all the hype is centered around juicing, smoothies, protein shakes, anything that you can just have on the go. So I really want to break down the smoothie and tell you exactly my thoughts in terms of the things that you should avoid and the things that you should eat more of, ingredients wise. So obviously we're all here with a different goal. We all have what we're doing right now, so it's all relative to what we are currently doing. Now, nothing that I'm saying here means that it's unhealthy, that you cannot lose weight, because of eating these things as opposed to these. Everyone has a different method. So I just want to preface this video with that everything that I preach is low glycemic nutrition. And if you want to see more videos about low glycemic nutrition, intermittent fasting, remember to subscribe to my channel because I cover all the things nutrition. That's just my method. That's everything that I've ever done. That's the method that I teach my clients. So today we are going to be looking at smoothies, and we're going to be looking at the glycemic index, how it impacts blood sugar. And again, when we have anything that spikes blood sugar very quickly, it's going to spike blood sugar. Lately, it seems all the hype is smoothies, juicing, protein shakes, anything that is fast and you can take on the go, right? So if you are someone that absolutely loves quick meals, then listen up here because I want to cover all the different types of smoothies, all the ingredients that you could be putting into those smoothies, and the things that you might want to watch out for and avoid a little bit more. So with that being said, my videos are all based around the glycemic index. Intermittent fasting is totally my jam. And so when you hear me talking about the nutrition breakdown of foods, I am typically looking at the glycemic index of that food and teaching on how it impacts blood sugar. When we eat a high glycemic food, it spikes blood sugar very quickly, which means pancreas releases insulin very quickly to bring blood sugar back down to baseline. So the only problem if you're eating high glycemic foods is that you have a quick rise and a fall. And then you eat again, high glycemic, rise and fall, and your blood sugar has this yo-yo effect and you feel the sugar buzz and then you feel the crash, sugar buzz, crash. And then when you keep doing that, your pancreas that has shot out that insulin, the insulin does not have time to catch up, basically. So you become insulin resistant and your pancreas has to keep shooting out more and more insulin to do the same job. The problem with this is that we are in a fat storage zone. So I don't care what your goal is. I feel that everyone can agree that the goal is not fat storage, okay? So can I get an amen to that? Drop in the comments what your thoughts are on that, because I know that although we have different goals, it is probably the same in that regard. So when we're looking at smoothies, we want to make sure that what we are consuming is having not so extreme of an impact on blood sugar, okay? We want to stay in the fat burning zone, and so we want to look at the breakdown. I have 4 different smoothies here, and I want to explain to you what my thoughts are with all of these. So the first one, we have mango, banana, berries, and water with some ice. Throw it in the blender. It's amazing. Bada bing, bada boom. Number 2, we have avocado, some greens, and some almond milk. Number 3, we have protein powder. We have whey protein powder. We have milk, and we have peanut butter. And the 4th one is vegan protein powder, some greens, some avocado or almond butter, or a mixture of both, and some water. So looking at this, which one would you think is the highest glycemic? I'm going to give you a second. Drop it in the comments. And if you chose number 1, you are correct. So I'm going to put high GI right here. The reason being, it's all sugar. It's all sugar. Mango is a higher glycemic fruit, although berries are low. Banana is about middle. It can actually be high. The more ripe that a banana gets, so the browner, more brown, however you want to say it, that the banana gets, the higher glycemic it is. So if you have high glycemic fruits, even if it's all fruit that's low glycemic, if you have too much, because you're putting a few cups of fruit in there when you're drinking it, typically. So if you don't have any fat in there, you don't have any healthy protein or fiber for that matter. I know that fruits do have fiber, some more than others, but if you don't have a significant way of balancing that out, high glycemic, spiking blood sugar, storing fat, okay? So we want to tweak that a little bit. Now with this next one, avocado and greens and almond milk, that's pretty darn good, okay? Because you have the fiber from the greens and the avocado has healthy fats. But in my opinion, I always try to teach my clients where you can get protein, get protein. This would be such an easy place to add some protein powder, and it would actually make the glycemic index even lower. Whenever I tell my clients, you know, whenever they're going to have some kind of a high glycemic food or they're just not sure, I always tell them eat fiber, eat protein, then consume the quote unquote bad food or the high glycemic food. And I hate to say the bad food because, you know, we don't want to deprive ourselves of anything in particular for that long. If you're craving something, allow yourself to have it as a cheat meal. But really, this is for the overall everyday person because I know people are consuming smoothies on a daily basis or a few times a week. So this is just supposed to be informative in that regard for those people that do have, you know, a good amount. So we're going to put low glycemic here, low GI. Although it can be better. We could do better, okay? So number 3, we got a protein powder, which is whey. So again, milk-based, regular cow's milk, and we have peanut butter. So looking at that, I always tell people that have gut issues to eliminate dairy. Anything that is coming, you know, from an animal, the lactase in there, lactose, whatever you want to call it, it's not good for your gut. 9 times out of 10, that is a big culprit for GI distress. Milk, obviously, same thing. Now, peanut butter, I threw that in there because that's a legume. Not all nuts are created equal, so peanuts are considered a legume in the bean world, beans, lentils. So if you do feel that you are having some distress, maybe switch to almond butter or cashew butter or, you know, any type of other butter. There's tons out there. And minimize your peanut butter and see if that helps. So right here, although this is very low glycemic, it's still not the best in my opinion. I always have to stress that, in my opinion. I'm no doctor, but I am educated on the glycemic index and GI issues. So low glycemic, but too much dairy, okay? So we're just going to put dairy right there. And then number 4, we have our vegan protein powder. We have the greens, avocado or almond butter and water, or you could do the almond milk or hemp milk or organic soy milk, whatever you prefer. Right here is perfection because you're going to get your protein, you're going to get your fiber from your greens, you're going to get your healthy fats. And so that is all day, every day. That's the winner. It's supposed to be a check mark, not a V. So really, you guys, you want to have a good balanced smoothie. You really want to have quality protein. You want to know where your protein's coming from. Get certified organic, vegan if you can, and free of heavy metals. You want to make sure you have some greens in there if possible. And you know, there are a lot of companies that sell the greens powder. This is a perfect place that you can put that in there. And I will put a link in the comments with some of my favorite protein powders, and they also have greens. So take a look at that. And I will also put a coupon code in there for you as well. And then your avocado or almond butter or other nut butter, just because healthy fat is good fat, okay? Don't be afraid of fat. Not that we have to go keto, but do not feel you need to go low fat. So a good balance. I preach balance, healthy life balance. It is a balancing act. You should never be too high on one end, too low on the other, because you're always going to feel like you can't maintain it. You're always going to feel like you're craving something. So you really want to get a good overall balance of everything. Okay, so hopefully this was helpful. Let me know in the comments, and if you have any questions, please feel free to message me. And also make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already to get more videos like this. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon.